Ed.
Is this for the vlog?
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Bro, say something to him.
You're never gonna get where you want to be if you don't allow God to drive and sustain your life.
Amen.
Things are getting real. We have now a large whiteboard to operate on. So I feel like this is the next step in the entrepreneurial journey. So here we are. So it's super interesting right now. I'm going through my editing software and I am actually deleting my old edits that, are just kind of taking up space on my computer. And it's just really awesome to reminisce on all the old videos that we've created together, just the different educational ones, different vlogs, and just kind of looking back at where I was at different points, what I was doing at different points, and just kind of, looking at the journey in the little cover pictures that I can see and in the titles that I have. And it's just super awesome to look at and just kind of reflect on what was going on and how I've gone from point A all the way to point B where I'm at now. And at some point I would love to go back and just look at the old videos and just reminisce on the quality, on where I was in the journey, the things I was struggling with at that time, and just compare it to where I'm at now, where it's just so much growth has happened. And I can't wait to just continue to do it. And I think that's one of the beautiful parts of documenting your journey, building in public, is that you have this journal that's out there of everything that you've gone through. And I think it's just so awesome to look at. So yeah, just a quick thought I had. I'm currently having a pretty busy work day. Had a call earlier, scheduled some calls with some people tomorrow, and working on some content stuff right now before going on a walk and just kind of walking and praying. And sorry if that sounded weird, my phone keeps falling. I'm recording on my phone right now. And yeah, just kind of clear my head and then get back to work. So I'm gonna get to it. We have a lot planned. I have a huge announcement for later about a decision that I made, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. So I will update y'all on that in a little bit, but for now, I'm gonna continue to clean out some space and get some things done before taking a little work break and going on a walk. So I will catch up with y'all when I'm on that walk.
What, you scared of your past or something? What you think, all your friends gonna laugh or something? Yeah. It feel good to wake up and go after something. I'm with a pack of good boys, we all good old boys, yeah. Looking back at the good old days.
So it's Friday night and we are here at the desk, and I think that it's one of those times where I'm just thinking about how these are the nights where the business is made, right? Like, this is the type of night where we make the progress that creates the difference between us and our competitors. And I think that something that you have to acknowledge is that it's not always the easy decision as an entrepreneur. It's not always the easy decision as somebody who's trying to build something special. You have to remember that in order to be extraordinary, in order to be an exception, you have to act different than everyone else. And there's a lot of difficulty that comes with that, because a lot of the times you're not going to be able to do the things that you always want to do. You have to ignore the instant gratification. You have to say no to hanging out with people. You have to spend nights alone when you'd much rather be out with somebody else or out with your friends, hanging out. And I think that you just have to really keep your eyes set on the delayed gratification, just knowing that doing the work now having the nights like this, that's where the difference is made. That's where you win. When it's easy, that's when everyone does it. But when it's difficult and there's 1,000 other options that you have other than doing the work, other than doing what needs to get done, and you choose to stay home, you choose to be at the desk working, that's where the winning is created. And I think it's just something that you have to remember. So I just want to ask y'all, I just want to say, what is it that you're saying yes to that's holding you back from winning? And it really comes down to, are you playing the game just for the sake of playing the game? Or are you playing the game to win? And I think that's something that you have to reflect on and really internalize and ask yourself, what's the truth? Are you playing the game for the sake of playing the game? For the sake of the status? For the sake of the title? Or are you playing to win? So, I'm going to get back to work on this beautiful Friday evening and try and get some things done. Try and advance and try and create winning habits over here. So, I'm going to get back to it.
In the night got young, and I'm not done. The smoke filling up my lungs, and I got old again. Then I got old again. Yeah, and I'm still here, but I'm not.
So if there's one thing I've learned throughout entrepreneurship and through documenting my journey, it's that authenticity is the biggest principle you have to have. And I define authenticity as being real about what you're struggling with, being open about the decisions that you're making and how they could impact you and other people. And somebody that I've seen that does a really great job of this is a guy that I really personally look up to in the way that he operates is Daniel Dalen. It's just in his videos, he's very honest when he's struggling with something. And whether it be business or personal, he makes sure that he tells his audience about it. And it's something I really admire because somebody at that level doesn't have to do that, you know? They can have this egotistical stance where they don't show anybody what's really going on because they don't want to appear weak. They don't want to appear like they have flaws because that could damage their reputation. And so that's something I've been thinking about a lot because he recently released a video, you know, talking about what's going on with him. And it kind of inspired me to get on here and talk to y'all a little bit about what I've been going on with. And, you know, if I'm going to be real genuine with y'all, it's lately something that's really sucked is running this firm alone. And not that I don't enjoy it, but sometimes when you have a big decision, you want people to bounce ideas off of and get different opinions from. And yes, I have people in my circle that I can do that with, but there's nobody in the weeds with me. There's nobody that, if this decision goes south, is impacted financially. And that's a blessing and a curse that it's all on me, you know? Made a pretty big decision this past week to start working with a guy on my content and my offer and, you know, refining how I'm showing up to others and how I'm presenting my offer to potential clients. And, you know, if it goes south, it's all on me. And I think that's the double-edged sword that running a solo firm, solo business is, you know? And so, yeah, I just wanted to be, you know, genuine and let y'all know something that's been on my mind a lot. And that's the fact that I just made a big decision and, you know, I think it's the right decision, but it worries me, you know, because it was a decent sized risk. And, you know, but you have to take those in business. I'm a big believer that the more risk you take, as long as they're calculated, the luckier you get. So it was something that I felt that I should do. I'd prayed about it, and I felt like it was the right decision. So, but yeah, it stinks sometimes not having anybody on your team, you know? You have people in your corner, but they're not really going through it with you. So if you start documenting your own journey, I want to encourage you and almost challenge you to just be authentic. You know, just share what's going good, share what's going bad, share your plans for the future. Just be genuine with people. And I think that extends into overall life. Just be genuine with people, man. So I'm going to get back to work. I got some things to do, but just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all for a minute. shaping up to be a great week, and I'm just excited to continue to attack it. So let's get after it.
The road is gonna call you out, boys. So raise your hand when you hear your name. I don't think that I dream the same. Cause when my truck was poking at the clouds and the storm was trying to get away, I don't wanna sing about the rain. Bless my soul and take me back to forward. Pack my things, I got my lane too. Here I stay until the Lord is gonna call me.
So I hope y'all enjoyed that little
So I guess
cinematic
I'll
breakfast making drive.
got things to
I've been feeling a little bit more creative lately, kind of wanting to get back to making sure that these vlogs are, you know, more storytelling and actually, you know, explaining what's going on and, you know, not just showing me at my desk all the time, even though that is what the majority of what I do most of the time. But anyways, so I wanted to wrap up this video, and it actually comes at a perfect time because as of the time I am filming this, let me get my iPad for this actually. As of the time I am filming this, we have just hit, if I can get this to focus on this, maybe so, probably not. We just hit 100 subscribers, and I just want to share my gratitude for each and every single one of y'all that tunes into these videos. I know that, you know, it's still the beginning of the journey and it's not always the most exciting thing, but it really does mean a lot to me, whether you're a friend of mine, a family member, or some random person on the internet that happened to stumble upon my channel. I really appreciate you watching it and taking the time to, you know, always support my journey and support what I'm doing. You know, documenting my life for the past year and 6 months or so, year and some change has been awesome. You know, it allows me to unleash a creative side of me that, you know, hasn't really ever been tapped into, but also it just creates memories for me, and that's the biggest thing. And, you know, I was just reflecting on that journey that I've been on and kind of, you know, the journey to get to where I'm at now. From, you know, working in the Big Four, from working corporate America to now running my own firm and scaling that up. And it's just such a blessing. And, you know, one thing that I realized as I was doing that is that it is November 18th as of the time I'm filming this. And we have like 7 weeks left in 2025. There is 7 weeks left until 2026. And that's just absolutely crazy. The time flies faster. You know, the older I get, I feel like time just continues to fly faster and faster. And yeah, so I just want to remind y'all that like time's flying. We got 7 weeks left in the year, and let's lock in. Let's get to work. And, you know, any remaining goals that you have 7 weeks to crush them out. So let's get to it and let's crush it, you know? I don't know what's going on in y'all's lives, but I just want to encourage y'all to just lock in and just crush the remaining 7 weeks, you know, go into 2026 going strong. Don't wait until the new year to reinvent yourself or to begin to goal set. Start right now, get going, get after it. Don't delay, act now. And yeah, so once again, so appreciative, so much gratitude for y'all for hitting 100 subscribers, and I just, you know, can't wait to see where the journey continues to take us. So I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, never stop your relentless pursuit of continuous improvement, and I look forward to us talking again soon.